Hey there, we're going to be looking at a few ways to connect your Fightstick to Nintendo Switch 2. Either it's going to be natively compatible and it's just going to be plug and play. You'll need something like this, or it might be just compatible right from the manufacturer. If it's not, you're going to need some kind of dongle like this. It's called the Wingman from Brook. And these will let you plug in other consoles controllers into this side. It should play other consoles controllers, but your mileage may vary, so keep your receipt, test out what you have on hand, and hopefully everything works. And we're also going to look at this HORI dual USB tabletop portable dock. They call it the PlayStand. Lets you put in power, prop up your Switch, and then 2 USB plugs to plug in accessories. First up is the universal fighting board. You can buy wiring harnesses that will plug into these ports and then plug into your corresponding joystick or buttons, or you can manually plug in wires to each button or joystick however you wish. Over here, standard USB-B cable lets you go straight out to USB-A or USB-C. What I did was I made it go to USB-C connector. That way I can just use any modern controller's cable. This board lets you make everything compatible with all modern consoles and PC and Mac. PS5, it will only work on like fighting games. The developer has to enable support. Alright, power goes in. Be sure to use the official AC adapter that came with your Switch 2. USB-C to USB-A. That's gonna go there. This is gonna go here. And if all goes well, this should just be plopped in and start working. Boom. Next, let's take a look at the other option to connect the stick, these converters by Brook. You buy these if you don't want to mod your own stick. Maybe you have like a stick that you use for a different system or PC that you want to use for Switch. These are what you want to go for. So the blue one goes for like $47 to $50. This one's like $27 to $30. The difference is that the blue one has more functionality both ways. Like you can plug it into PS4, PS3, and Switch. Supposedly 150 controllers, whereas this one's only for Switch and it's much more limited. So I think this one's going to be the one I'm going to keep for my uses, but you know, your mileage may vary. Test it out with what you have on hand. For these, you're going to want to go ahead and update the firmware to the latest beta version. As of this recording, NS Lite is version 1.0.3.6 beta. XE2 is version 1.2.2.9 beta. I think the most efficient way to test is to maybe use 2 of the same controllers and see if it works on Switch. Then later on, we'll do it to the Nintendo Switch dock and do the same thing. Why don't we try the newest controllers I have on hand? So let's try the DualSense and DualSense Edge. I'm not going to go over the wireless functions in this video because mainly there's already so many factors. Not going to be enough time to cover it all. As you can see, plug that up. Let's dock this guy. So NS Lite works. If you are having problems with the XE2, you need to put it in Nintendo Switch mode. We're going to hold down PlayStation and up, plug it back in. You know you did it right if it says paired. Now, boom, just to triple check, let me go in here. And we're good to go. It comes loaded probably in auto mode, and you need to set XE2, this guy, because it's got all these other ones that it could potentially be plugged into. You need to put it in Nintendo Switch mode. Next up, I want to test Xbox One controllers. On the left, we're trying the XE2. On the right, we're trying the NS Lite. And here we go. They both vibrated. Okay. They're vibrating. It says paired. I'm not sure what the problem is. I got one of the Xbox controllers to work by unplugging one side. Yeah, you see, I can do one. Let's see if just the red one works now. Let me unplug the blue one. Could be this cable, maybe? Yep, it's gotta be a good cable. So I was able to get my hands on another red one, the NS Lite. And now we can record what two of these would look like. And now they both work. Next, let's try PS3 era DualShock 3s. Whoa, it paired Bluetooth. That's crazy. It's wireless. Not bad for a controller that's been lying in under my bed for like years. It could be a whole list of things. This could be a dead controller, but it's kind of cool that it automatically wirelessly paired. I'm going to test a stock Xbox 360 controller, and then also this fighting game kind of 6-button layout controller for Xbox 360. This one doesn't seem to be working. What if I remove this? No go. Swap dongles. That's a no-go for the bone stock Xbox 360 controller. Next, I want to test these old Xbox 360 Street Fighter 4 Fightpads. Help me play before I learn how to play joystick. Huh, only one works. Oh, it's the XE2. Now let's try two NS Lites. Give it a sec. That's one. That's two. Success. Next, I want to test this Xbox 360 Fightstick. I assume both will work, but let's find out. Maybe not. Maybe it's the same problem. The XE2 doesn't work with Xbox 360. Let's try the NS Lite. NS Lite works. Same deal. This one's a PS4 era Panthera Evo from Razer. Let's test it with the XE2 first. Success. Let's try it with NS Lite. Success. Alright, and this brings us to my favorite stick. I can't even get them both in camera, but I have two of the same sticks. They both work. They're both for PS4. They work on PS5 out of the box. Let's see how it performs. Okay, one of these is recognized. See, this is strange because off camera, I intermittently got them both to work. I can't explain how or why it doesn't. You can always plug it to the top of the Switch up here and it'll always work, and you can do two-player that way, but then you'll have a dongle sticking out of the top. Not ideal. Now that there's two matching dongles, I'm hoping this will be just easy plug and play. This one's player 1. This one's player 2. Last comparison I want to make, Fightstick that has the UFB-Fusion and a Fightstick that just got the dongle. Let's see if it still works if I change it to the blue one. My impression is that, especially for my needs, I need two of the red ones. I don't need a blue one. Blue's not recognized. Nope. Alright, now we're going to try everything out on Nintendo Switch 2 dock. Nice. So if there are two PlayStation 5 controllers, you are set. This feels flawless. Next, let's try Xbox One controllers again. Alright, white one's mapped to player 1, and black one's mapped to player 2. Success! Next up are PS3 era DualShock 3s. This one's mapped to player 2. This one's not mapped. It might be my controller in this case. Just to make sure, I unplugged the red one. And now blue one works. Okay, so that's the controller that's busted here. Next up, Xbox 360 era controllers, the stock one. This one didn't work earlier. It continues not to work. This one's plugged into NS Lite and it works. Let's swap dongles and see what happens. Alright, this controller doesn't work at all, the stock Xbox 360 one. And this one, the aftermarket wired one, works on either dongle. Next are these Xbox 360 era Catz controllers. The one that's plugged into NS Lite is working. The one that's plugged into XE2 continues to just blink. Let's swap the two dongles. And then now you see Ken works. Ken controller. So it's the dongle. Next, we're testing the Xbox 360 Fightstick Catz era versus the Razer Panthera Evo PS4 era. This one's currently plugged into the NS Lite, and it works. Nice, so both work. I'm gonna reverse the dongles now, just to make sure that each model works with each dongle. Sweet, so this one is working with XE2, this one's working with NS Lite. I wonder why neither of them work now. Okay. Wow, so Xbox 360 Fightstick and XE2 do not mix well. Razer Panthera Evo works with both. Now I'm testing two of these Razer Pantheras plugged in to the Nintendo Switch dock. Boom, nice, both work. Last but not least, just for good measure, I'm going to do a UFB-Fusion plug straight to the Switch, and then Razer Panthera plugged into XE2 currently. And we're in business. I'm going to swap the dongle for the red one. Boom. We are in business. Cool. Alright, and I wanted to just kind of give my final thoughts on all the products we tested out today. I'm quite happy with most of it. I think for my personal intents and purposes, I'm going to return the XE2 because I don't really have a purpose for it. This one's cheaper, has less functionality, but then also it seems like the extra bells and whistles makes it more incompatible with my inventory. So that's just my take. For your situation, this might be the better dongle, so give it a try. I think it's solid, it's just not for me. This one fits the bill just for everything. I'm really happy with the UFB-Fusion. I bought like maybe 8 to 10 of these and built sticks, and all of them have been a success, so I couldn't recommend this more if you wanted to go the custom route. Awesome, this is exactly what I wanted. My goal was just to have portable tabletop Street Fighter 6 with arcade sticks from PS5, so this fits the bill perfectly. I was able to confirm that 2 NS Lites will work, and this is the perfect combination for my needs. So that's gonna do it for our video. I hope that was helpful. I know there's a lot of people asking about joystick compatibility with Nintendo Switch too. And last but not least, don't forget this guy. This is gonna be invaluable if you wanna plug to the top of the Switch. It's just your standard run-of-the-mill USB-A to USB-C adapter. I think that's it. If you made it this far, I'd love a like, comment, and subscribe if you think the content was worth the one. Say thanks for watching, and hope to make some more fighting game and Street Fighter content soon.